Hey, what's going on YouTube? UA Reviews here, and today I'm back with my last part of the Football 101 series on football cleats. Today we're just going to wrap up this video series, talk about how to tell different cleat types that kind of compare with other brands. So we're going to take a look at the three main brands: Nike, Under Armour, and Adidas. The three main sellers of football cleats. We're going to look at all those, kind of tell how they're different. As far as side by side, how the cleats compare as far as what you're looking to get out of the cleat. So if you're looking for a mid molded cleat, I'm going to be able to show you how to find that in all of the brands we have here. Alright, so I'm using my East Bay magazines that I've gotten in over the past couple of months just because I don't have all the new cleats. So I'm just going to quickly browse over these, kind of show you how you can compare them. So we're going to start with Under Armour, look at some of their cleats that they've got out for this year. So we have the Under Armour Blur Low MC. Now, if you look at this cleat and all the different colors they've got, you'll be able to tell that it is a low cleat and it is molded. So without even knowing the name, you should be able to tell right away that it's a low cleat and the cleats at the bottom are molded. So that's one way to tell, and there's going to be different options here. Not exactly on this cleat, but there are detachable options in most of their cleats. So if we go over here and we just look at this cleat without knowing the name, we can tell that it's a mid cleat and those appear to be molded. So, and also if you look under here, it says detachable. Now, if you're looking on a website and they were not able to pack everything into these magazines, but the detachable version of this cleat is actually $10 cheaper. So there is some price variation between these, between some cleats, being that some are molded, some are detachable. It actually says that the molded cleats, in this cleat weigh 11.8 ounces, and the detachable ones weigh 14.3. So that's a definite difference that you'd want to know, if you were buying that, which cleats are heavier or whatnot. Let's take a look at Under Armour signature highlight cleats, the Under Armour Cam Newton cleat, his signature cleat. One thing you'll be able to tell, and we can call it a high top cleat, but one thing that you'll want to notice from Under Armour is MC. Now MC stands for molded cleat, and that is Under Armour's way. And I don't know of any other brand that does, abbreviate their molded cleats MC. But that's how you tell from Under Armour. It's MC for molded cleats. And let's just say we have the Under Armour Spine Fierce Mid. Now, you will see, if you're looking for the D version, so the detachable version, you're going to see D after that. So, that's the one way you tell from Under Armour. Alright, so we're going to look over at some of Nike's cleats. One of their big cleats out this year is the Vapor Carbon Elite 2014 TD cleat. And, just without, say we don't know the name of it, we're able to tell that it is a low cleat and it is molded. So, TD, in comparison with MC for Under Armour, TD is going to be the exact same type of molded cleat that Under Armour offers. Now, some of them vary as far as, they're not going to be exactly the same as far as the pattern on the cleat. They're going to have different cleats and tips, different things that, are different between Under Armour and Nike. But TD is essentially the same as MC, and that's just kind of how the brands, differ in naming. When it comes to detachable cleats, Nike still goes with D for detachable, but if you look at the Vapor Strike lows, there is a TD and a D version. So the D version actually costs a little more here. So you can start to see some of these kind of different price differences when you look at different cleats that each brand offers. If you look at now some of these cleats, the one signature cleat that Nike offers is the CJ Elite 2. They had that other version out last year, and so you're able to see here Nike CJ Strike 2D or TD, excuse me. So you're able to know that that is also a molded cleat. You'll see the Alpha Strikes, 3/4 TD, and 3/4 just means it's a higher top cleat. and it's a mid kind of cleat. So that's one way to know. Same thing with those cleats up there, the Vapor Speeds. So yeah, that's all. Nike's isn't a whole lot different from Under Armour, but the one thing you'll need to know is the difference between TD and MC. The only difference is the brands. It's still the same type of molded cleat, so that's just one way to kind of know about that. Finally, we'll take a look at Adidas. Now, the one thing that Adidas does is sometimes they don't name their cleats. They won't say TD, MC, or even sometimes mid to low. These cleats here are just called the Adidas Crazy Quicks. So, just without knowing the name, you wouldn't know, what these cleats are like. But, since you've watched these videos, and if you're knowledgeable on football cleats, you'll know that that is a mid cleat, and it is also molded. And same thing with those Nasty Quicks. That is essentially a lineman version. Now, I can tell you that just because I know, but that's one thing that kind of Adidas differs in. Is sometimes they name their cleats. They don't say that it's a lineman cleat or it's specific. But if you read up more on this cleat, you'll tell that it's more supportive for linemen. Adidas signature cleat is the RG3 cleat. RG3 signature cleat, and like I said, they just name it, but you're able to tell that that looks like that is a low cleat. And it is also molded. Same thing with these. I think these are the same thing. So yeah, and then we go here to the Adizero 5-star 3.0s. All these cleats, they're all lows. I don't know if they come. I don't believe they come in a TD version of those, but I could be wrong. But that is everything that I've kind of noticed from this year's football cleat line. I don't have any of the new football cleats yet. I will try to pick up at least a new pair and review those later on this summer. But yeah, so that's hopefully, if there's any other questions you have on, telling the difference between cleats, you can leave me a comment down below.